My name is Vincent Meriton, the former Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles and former candidate for the African Union chairpersonship position. I withdrew my candidacy from the African Union chairpersonship race. I would not have been able to withstand the pressure that goes with the position. Today, I want to lend my support to His Excellency Raila Odinga as he travels far and wide along the continent to spread his message of Pan-Africanism, of peace, security, prosperity for all the continent and its citizens. As Africa positions itself to play a more assertive role on the international scene, we need a new leadership at the African Union Commission.
Thank you. I am delighted to have had the opportunity to address our people of Africa. And as I've said, I am ready to work for Africa. There are reforms that will be necessary so that AU can work more effectively. One of these reforms will be financial reforms, so that we are able to bring in the African private sector into the funding. I mentioned also the issue of sovereign funds that we can use. We can create a fund that will enable AU to do all its money work. Then there's issue of 0.2% of the duty, which only 17 countries are remitting. I will work to ensure that all the countries actually pay their dues to the Union. This is what happens in the European Union, and that's why European Union is able to even fund African Union. It's a shame. If we can be able to fund this organization out of our own resources on the continent, and this is what I'm going to try to do. And I said that I am ready on day one when I'm appointed. I will not need any kind of induction. I'm ready to work for the continent, and I will offer my best.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to take this opportunity to say something about Raila Odinga's candidacy of African Union Commission chairperson. Since this race began, I have not taken time to do analysis on either of the candidates. And we know right now there are only 3 candidates who are running for this position. And I want to preface my analysis today on Raila Odinga's progress towards achieving the victory, and the reason why I feel like he stands a good chance to win this seat. Now, take your time and listen to me carefully, because these are just my opinion. They are not laws. They are just my observation, and they may be contrary to your observation and opinion. And you will just give me the latitude to share my thoughts, and they will be informed by some certain realities that I will also share with you. Number one, if you compare the 3 candidates and look into the emphasis and the effort in which each one of them has put on this race, you will agree with me that in terms of emphasis and campaign programs, Raila Odinga is much ahead of these candidates. Just to begin with, on his own account, Raila Odinga has visited more than 21 countries. And out of these 21 countries, he has met, majority of them, he has met the heads of states or government. Some cases he has met at the ministers or cabinet ministers for foreign affairs. And let me just read for you countries where Raila has gone individually. Just in January alone, from January 6th to date, Raila has traversed the southern part of Africa, starting with South Africa, where he met President Cyril Ramaphosa in Pretoria. Raila also met Duma Boko, president of Botswana. Raila also met Nangolo Mbumbwa, president of Namibia. Raila also met in South Africa Emmerson Mnangagwa, president of Zimbabwe. Raila has also met in person President Sam Matekane, is Prime Minister Matekane of Lesotho. Raila had also met the just recently elected president of Mozambique, Daniel Francisco Chapo. Raila had also met Navin Chandra Ramgolan, Prime Minister of Mauritius. He has also met the president of Ghana, the newly elected president, John Dramani Mahama, together with President William Ruto. Raila has also met in person Faustin Anchange Trodera, president of Central Africa Republic. Raila has also met Chad President Muhammad Idris Deby. Raila has also met Nasser Bourita, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Morocco. I'm just trying to mention the countries Raila has gone in person to seek for votes. Raila has also met His Excellency Isaias Afwerki Peris, President Afwerki, President of Eritrea. Raila has also had an advantage of endorsement from one of the candidates of the aspirants, the Vice President Vincent Meriton. Raila has also met Alassane Ouattara, President of Cote d'Ivoire. Raila has also in person met Bassirou Diomaye Faye, President of Senegal. You know, some of these names are French and maybe pronouncing them might be a problem, but you just bear with me because I'm almost there. Raila has also met Faure Gnassingbé, President of Togo. Raila has also visited Mohamed Jallow, Vice President of Gambia. Raila Odinga has also met Olusegun Adjadi Baka, Foreign Minister of Benin. Raila has visited those countries. Raila has also gone to Uganda, that is now to come to East Africa. Raila has gone to Rwanda to meet Paul Kagame. Raila has also visited South Sudan to meet President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Raila has the blessings of Kenyan President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Raila had also endorsement from President of Tanzania, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. So those are almost 23 to 24 countries which Raila has gotten endorsement. Some he has met the foreign ministers. I think 3 countries he did not manage to get the president or the head of state, but he managed to meet at the relevant authority. So, besides this, Raila Odinga also have what is called the 10-point plan, which identifies priority areas, which he also got opportunity to share when he was launching his bid for chairmanship in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. When Raila visited Ghana, he met the former president, William Nana Akufo-Addo. At the same time, he got opportunity to meet with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat to share his vision on Africa. He also met with the Partners for Africa Development Bank in Addis Ababa, both in the month of November. So you can see how hardworking Raila Odinga is. And together with his secretariat, together with the Kenyan government, you will also concur with me that Raila has met some other heads of state in different forums. You remember when there was a summit in China, African summit with the Chinese. He went there, and on the sideline, together with President William Ruto, they could at least have a chat with some heads of states and governments. Raila Odinga has some other advantages, like having worked with the African Union as the higher representative of infrastructure. This gave him a platform to travel Africa, to understand Africa, and to understand AUC. So this is a commission which he has sat as maybe a cabinet minister under the chairperson Musa Faki Mahamat. Musa Faki Mahamat has also came to Kenya before Christmas, and they have a chat with Raila Odinga. As you after looking all this, then you compare with the close or the fierce competitor with Raila Odinga, the Djibouti candidate. The only country I've seen him gone to outside Djibouti is Kenya. He has come to Kenya just the other day to also try to share his vision for Africa. And he met Prime Cabinet Secretary for Kenya, Musalia Mudavadi. And I also think that before the voting day, the month of February, Raila will have covered a lot of country. You know, it is said that your network is your net worth. Raila has what it takes in terms of international connections. He knows most of prominent people within African continent. Now, the challenge which many people had always cited that might be a headwind on Raila's race to chairmanship of the AUC is the issue of language. You know, Africa is balkanized in language, as according to the former colonizers. You see, like Kenya, they are called the Anglophone, the former British colonies. We have the former French colonies, the Anglophone, Francophones, which sometimes people think that they are the majority when it comes to voting. We also have the Lusophones, so we have the Anglophones. So these language groups are what some people try to pinpoint as the areas where might be a challenge to Raila Odinga as compared to AUC, as compared to Djibouti's candidate, Yusuf. But Raila has gone to these French-speaking countries, and he has got an opportunity to meet with the heads of state. This is a turn for East Africa, as it was said by his friend, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo. We know very well that it was under the influence of former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo that Raila Odinga decided now to go and vie for the AUC, because it was said that the elites of the AUC wants a person who is capable, who is tried and tested, mature enough, experienced, and have what is called the technical know-how to drive the African agenda. Because at the moment, we have African Agenda 2063 that was set in the year 2013 under the leadership of then chairperson Nkosana Lamini Ezuma, the wife to former South African President Jacob Zuma. She did a good job, but now it is the African Agenda 2063 is the foundation stone upon which African leaders must build an AUC chairperson and his secretariat must come in and build Africa towards that. During the debates, you could listen on to how these candidates shared their visions and how they are going to tackle African challenges and problems and the solutions they would prescribe towards the desire of many Africans. Because we know the AUC did not just come to being. It was an organization which was formed through the dreams of the founding fathers of this nation. It was a brainchild of the 32 heads of state who met in Addis Ababa post some African colonial eras like Ghana. We remember Chad, we remember so many heads of state under the leadership of Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know we may have different views concerning this issue, but truth be told, Raila has done his best and is continuing to do his best through the support of Kenyan government. I've seen some of African leaders or the Pan-Africanists like PLO Lumumba trying to disapprove Raila's candidacy, but that does not mean that Raila will fail. Raila stands a good chance to win the AUC candidate because he have what it takes to take this seat home. Thank you for taking your time listening to MJR, and may God bless you.